Oops. Well, really? And you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. What's up, my people? This is Showbiz the Don. All right, man, look. There goes T, one of the first ones, always. What's up, man? How things going with you? Anybody else? I know I just jumped out at you. Manual, yeah, everybody's here. Oops. All right, man, look. Just wanted to go live on you guys. I know we have a lot to talk about. And I think a lot of people see me as capping. And I just think, all in all, let's talk about Tyson Fury and Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Let's see if we can bring a lot of our ideas together a bit. That off. Oh, what's going on, my people? I will too. Oh my God, Southside walking the dog. Jackets, thank you so much. Take off my boots. Throw on my house shoes. Oh my God. Let's get this fire going. Picked up some wood outside, so yeah, the black Mr. Rogers. Oh, Mr. Robinson neighborhood. Get the fire going a little bit. Don't want anything jumping out on you. Spread out, boys. Spread out. There you go. Perfecto. Let some more people get in here. Showbiz the coffee. Oops. All right, man, look. Bucks tons of fun. Showbiz would be a dope TV dad or crazy uncle on some sitcom. Oh my God, where you from? I can't read. Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. What's capping? Well, that's lying and fronting. All right, man, look, what's up? Man, video looks great with the right lighting. Thank you so much. Okay, let's discuss this. I think I've been ruffling some feathers, not really on purpose. What I've been trying to do is talk Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder, he's one of those dynamic type of fighters where there's so much to say. And I wanted to discuss Deontay Wilder in a fact where we just kept it extremely truthful. And I may have ruffled some feathers, not because of what I've been saying, but maybe how I've been saying it. So I thought it was appropriate to open up the platform, have you guys ask a few questions. Hey, Wilder could be number one. If you, him taking on Tyson Fury February 22nd, if he beats Tyson Fury, I think Ring Magazine would have to rank Deontay Wilder as number one. It's only fair. Who's going to the fight live? That's a good question. And I don't know what's up with my fire. It needs to start cooking. Martin and Ed Washington is the co-main event. I love that, actually. KSI will brutally destroy and annihilate Jake Paul in the first round. Regulator, can't talk, but I'm here listening. Much love to you, Regulator. Thank you so much for showing up. You always do. Number one show business partner. Tyson Fury and Wilder, both good champions. I agree. Showbiz, what state you're from? I'm reluctant to say now. Does your house smell like smoke? No, it smells like vanilla, kinda. The wifey Ms. Biz always. Gibb will brutally destroy Wilder. Funny. I want to go tickets are too, as well as hotel flights. The tickets are too much. Let's see if we can do something about that. I can't make any promises. One champion, one face, one name, Deontay Wilder. You still got Wilder Showbiz? I do. If Wilder loses, who will be considered number one? If Wilder loses, Tyson Fury still. Right now, he's ranked number one. Showbiz. How do you envision Tank's career after his issues with domestic Really, I think that question, I don't, like I put in my community, I don't like discussing stuff that brings so much negativity to boxing. What I can say is this, and this is why I'm so confident with not speaking on those things. Outside mishaps when it comes to fighters has been there since the beginning of time, since the beginning of boxing. Look at Jack Johnson. I mean, that's the maybe the most notorious example. People were killed. One of the worst riots of all time was after the fight of the century with Jim Jeffries. Many blacks were slaughtered, and that was just outside due to a fighter's performance. So outside things happening with a fighter, Sonny Liston, okay, he was killed. He was found weeks later. There are boxers, athletes, everything. They have issues outside of the sport. What makes a fighter is his or her aggression. So I cannot sit here and judge what happens outside. I am an analyst who only speaks of the sport to promote the sport. So I don't really speak on any negativity, what goes on in their personal lives, because I'm not an analyst of their character, only of the sport. And I think that's where I should sit. Once I start going outside of that, I'll start judging people, and who am I to judge? I have issues of my own. Okay, I think we all do. None of us are perfect. So I'm not going to make myself a judge, and I'm going to leave that up for people who do that for a living. I do this for a living, boxing analysis. So I'm going to stick with that unless Gervonta Tank Davis were to personally come to me with questions for advice. I would do my best. Outside of that, I'm going to stay within the sport. Love the background. Thank you so much. All right, man. Look, Todzilla, what's going on with you? That was Deep Showbiz. Thank you, good brother. Much love to you. Any good matchups on Wilder Fury undercard? I think Gerald Washington and Martin. I think that's a good matchup. Do you think Fury is actually looking to KO Wilder? He's looking muscular in the recent photos. I think it behooves him to try to KO Wilder. And here's what I'm saying. We saw him get knocked down twice in the first fight by being defensive, by not wanting to get hit. And so we already see what that results to. Now, here's the thing. Deontay Wilder swinging for the fences the first fight. Deontay Wilder said himself immediately after the fight, I needed to be more patient. I shouldn't have went going for the KO. That was my bad. That was him being immature. If Tyson Fury tried to be this defensive slick fighter, I always said Deontay Wilder, not the most technically sound fighter. Actually, I think he's poor technically. And we could talk about that in deeper detail. But I do think he is a smart person. He analyzes, which is why he improves so greatly in his rematches. I think he knows to punch towards Tyson Fury's right shoulder. Tyson Fury dips there all the time. Deontay Wilder's going to wait for it. If Tyson Fury doesn't fight offensively, and I'm talking about really going for the knockout, he stinks. If he doesn't purposely go for the knockout, he can be trying to dodge a sniper all fight, and that's not going to go well for him. I think he knows. I think Tyson Fury is smart. He is smarter than that. And he knows he has to keep gloves in his face and hurt Deontay Wilder to discourage him from hitting him. Not duck all day long and pity pat him. Deontay Wilder was in there the first fight. He knows what to expect. When it comes to fighting, you got to be smart. Don't go in there with the same plan. You're going to find yourself humping the canvas. Do you think Fury resume is similar to Wilder's? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Tyson Fury, I remember when he came, I followed Tyson Fury's career from the gate, from the very beginning, because East Side Boxing, I was a part of that community. And I remember who is Tyson Fury when he had the hair and he punched himself in the face. I was there. Now, I didn't see all his fights, of course. They weren't televised in the States. But I was fight after fight after fight. I remember this guy was an enigma. He didn't come out. See, here's the thing. And this is why I think people are misunderstanding my last video when I was talking about Deontay Wilder. His resume stinks. So does Tyson Fury. And that's what happens. That happens when you're not Ali, when you're not George Foreman, when you're not Frazier, when you're not coming out of the Olympics with this great amateur background, blessed with great skills and stuff like that, you got to start off slow. Deontay Wilder was trying to rush. He was trying to be pro as soon as possible for his daughter. Tyson Fury, Emmanuel Stewie saying Fury and Deontay Wilder, those are highlights when it comes to amateurs. Why? The heavyweight division didn't have great fighters coming out. So those boys were highlights. But that doesn't mean they can fight. Tyson Fury, though, slick guy. But there was a lot of things he needed to improve. He needed to improve his coordination when throwing punches. Still not the best. But Tyson Fury, when he came out, he took on a lot of guys that were tomato cans, quote unquote, right? And I'm trying my best to because people like to use the word bum, so I'm trying to find some derogatory comment. CD fighters, DF fighters. Because he was building himself as a fighter. You don't come out getting thrown a bunch of great fights. That's ridiculous. That's dumb. You got to give him something to work up towards, and that's what Tyson Fury was doing. And he has a decent resume when you think of it. I mean, not huge notoriety type of fighters, but the heavyweight division is weak. It's the weakest it's been. I mean, well, Klitschko era was weaker than this, and it's getting a little bit better, but it's weak, okay? So Tyson Fury, he has guys, Derek Chisora, but who has Chisora beat? What great fighter has he beaten? It's kind of like Luis Ortiz, except for Luis Ortiz is a better fighter fundamentally, more slick fighter, more sound fighter than Derek Chisora. But Tyson Fury beating him. Cunningham, he was, older. Cunningham was small. I never really, Cunningham did drop him, but that's not really a great fight for Tyson Fury. He's a better heavyweight than Cunningham. And Klitschko, that's a great win. I mean, I thought Klitschko was going to beat Tyson Fury. That's a great win. It's the boxer's job to fight the fight, but it's not the fans' job to take away from their accomplishments. We do that all the time. When Tyson Fury beat Klitschko, that was a fantastic win. Klitschko was the unified champion. Fantastic win. So now he has taken on, since then, who he's taken on? Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, gave him a boxing lesson, fought to a draw. That's pretty good. It's not like he fought nobodies. AJ, really. AJ, he has by far, to me, the best resume. But the guys he fought aren't world beaters. Is Dillian White an amazing fighter? Look at his last fight. Is he amazing? He's good compared to the rest of the heavyweights. But AJ, I can argue, is a superior fighter. AJ is the type of fighter that you could throw in there in the 90s. He won't be a champion, but you could throw him in there. So, wait a minute. Oh, Michael Terrence, shout out to you, man. Happy birthday again, brother. So, yeah, AJ is superior to Dillian White, though Dillian White hurt him. And AJ is getting better when AJ learned how to box a little bit more. But the fighters that AJ had, he has a superior resume, Joseph Parker. But they're not amazing fighters either. ShowBizz versus Stephen A. Smith. Got to go with ShowBizz, man. What do you think about Ben taking Fury's tails? I don't know. Wilder got a tapeworm, does he? Whoever wins between Fury and Wilder, who should the winner fight next if they can't get an AJ fight? Well, that's a good question. I would like a fight with Usyk. I would like a fight with Dillian White. And it's a short list after that. It shouldn't, Andy Ruiz. Really, it shouldn't really be anybody outside of the top 10. And now forget the top 10 because Adam Kalnacki, I don't think he should be a fight for them. So, hey, Dillian White, Usyk, one of those boys, Andy Ruiz, something like that. Really. Wilder, no inside game. Didn't Wilder beat Ortiz the first time with an uppercut? Yeah, Wilder, one of the other top, because Wilder hurt Ortiz with a jab earlier. Wilder, he was already hurt. Wilder, and this right here that was a very comical thing you said, but I'm going to do my best. Though Wilder hurt him, knocked him down with the uppercut, doesn't mean he has a great inside game. When you're in a fight and you hit somebody with an uppercut, doesn't mean you're a great inside fighter. Don't fool yourself. I know that can't be what you're saying. Yeah, you can hit somebody with an uppercut. Foreman hit somebody with an uppercut, knocked him out many times. He knocked out Cooney with an uppercut. Liston knocked out guys with, does that mean he has a great inside game? I don't understand what that question means, but I think that's the issue nowadays. When somebody see, hey, he hit somebody with an uppercut, that boy got some inside game. That's that's going too far, man. AJ will beat both fighters. We don't know. Oh, super chat. What do you say to people who say Tyson is a way better boxer than Wilder and Wilder has a puncher's chance? Ali, thanks for the super chat. Let me read that again. What do you say to people who say Tyson Fury is a way better boxer than Wilder? I think he is. And Wilder has a puncher's chance. No. Wilder has a... See, that's the... Okay. The problem is you've never seen a Wilder before. That's the problem. For boxing pugilists like myself, Wilder doesn't make sense. That's the issue. Wilder is the greatest puncher of all time. He is so devastating with his power. The X factor that erases everything that makes sense when it comes to the ring. Deontay Wilder works outside of that. He's not in that world. He works outside of it. Deontay Wilder don't just have a puncher's chance. He doesn't. He has more than that. Deontay Wilder knows how to land the punch. Because you know how to land a great right hand doesn't mean you're a highly skilled fighter either. You know that skill, how to land that right hand. Now, take that right hand away. Easier said than done when you're a heavyweight. These big super heavyweights, like I said, Mike Tyson would kill Deontay Wilder. Joe Louis do the same thing. But these big super heavyweights with so much mass to hit, and with them being so heavy, that's the thing about Tyson Fury being 270. He's so heavy, he ain't going to be able to dodge a right hand all fight. He's not. He's going to have slick head movement, but how often can you do that very fast at 270? At 6'9"? So what Deontay Wilder has works perfectly for the heavyweight division, for the landscape right now. He has more than a puncher's chance. A puncher's chance means he doesn't have much of a chance. He has more of that. He's Deontay Wilder. Different. Deontay Wilder, there's no one like him. One shot, good night. And I mean really good night. Not Mike Tyson good night. Mike Tyson set you up with his punches. He threw great combinations. He was a highly skilled, extremely technically sound boxer. Whereas Deontay Wilder, seriously, good night. So he has more than a puncher's chance. He knows how to land the punch. It's different. Fury is tough. Is he still? How knocked out he was. How unconscious he was. And then when you see him against Otto Wallin, is his chin intact like it used to be? It's a question. The thing is, knocking Tyson Fury down was never a thing. Keeping him down was an issue. Gypsy King may walk Wilder down and dilute the power of the right hand with having him on his back foot. Absolutely. I agree. AJ is a quitter. Well, AJ came back. So, okay, he's a quitter. You say he's a quitter. His next fight after Andy Ruiz, when everybody said don't do it, he came back, fought him, and beat him. And he adjusted and beat him his way, if you like it or not. A quitter is somebody who doesn't come back immediately for the rematch. For you to call him a quitter means that you don't compete. If you compete, you will understand that's not a quitter. That's a guy with heart. If you've competed before, that statement exposes the fact that you don't compete. But as a competitor, you know when that guy put in his rematch clause immediately, changed his body type, worked and put an extra wrinkle on his game so he could come back better to beat to put in a game plan to beat Andy Ruiz and get all his titles back. That's not a quitter. That's a competitor. Know the difference. Hit him in the rib. What about the 12 count, ShowBizz? Fury was out for at least 12 seconds. Big Biz, what's going on with you? You used two separate things. You said 12 count and then you said 12 seconds. A referee 12 count isn't 12 count, a 10 count. A referee's 10 count isn't 10 seconds, okay? So you can count how fast you want to. You can look at the time and see how many seconds there is all you want. It's the referee's count. And Fury made it up before he counted to 10. That's just what it is. Wilder will smoke AJ. We have to see. ShowBizz, can we audition for features on the platform? Maybe have open dialogue from time to time and hot topics. Well, when I look at the comments, I'm reluctant. Because the comments, they call me names. People just say ridiculous things. I don't know if everybody would be mature enough to be able to hold a conversation without being, so that's why this makes sense here, to be selective. Ref said you did it for the good of boxing. Black two sugars. Comments are basically hatred and trolling. That's why I'm reluctant. I'm a Wilder fan, but Fury got up. Yeah, he got up before obviously he got up before the ref got to 10, before the ref got to 10. When you're knocked out, you don't start counting to yourself 1, 2. You hear the count. So when that count says 5, 6, I got to get up before he says 10. That's all that was. Thanks for the super chat. Fluffy couldn't even KO Valine. ShowBizz, do you have Wilder or Fury? I have Wilder winning. Fury all day. Okay, wait a minute. What's up with I need to know what did I say wrong the last video? That's what I want to know. The last video when I was speaking about Deontay Wilder and I said, his resume stinks, but now it doesn't. What did I say wrong there? That's really what I want to know. Deontay Wilder by far is the hardest. By far, then there's no way you can say that by knowing heavyweight history. What happens in the heavyweight division in the second fight ends up in another draw. Then they have to fight again. Wilder getting Fury out of there. Not the normal from you. Nothing. He stinks. ShowBizz, Andy Ruiz, White. What's your thoughts on this possible matchup for Andy Ruiz, Parker 2? Possible matchup. I don't see all these possibilities. I don't really know. I'm waiting. I would like to, because I know Dillian White and Andy Ruiz, they got their beef, right? Joseph Parker, whatever. So I'm waiting. I need to wait. He elevated competition finally over last year. Yep, he elevated competition as he got better. Talk about how Wilder doesn't know how to fight on the inside because Fury is going to trade. How do you know that Fury is going to trade from the inside? Fury is 6'9". Why do you think Fury is going to trade from the inside? They can trade from the outside. Trading is trading punches. They can trade at their comfortable distance. Doesn't mean that they're going to fight on the inside. They can trade from the outside, and that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting Tyson Fury to shoot the jab, throw the right hand, dip, and trade. Trade efficiently, effectively, not trade from the inside. Having a slugfest doesn't mean inside fighting, not always. Gerald McCullen and Jackson, the Hawk, they were trading from the outside. So I don't know what that means. ShowBizz, how much can Fury change his natural tendencies with a new trainer? What do you think Sugar Hill can add to Fury's skill set? Nothing to his skill set, more up here to his mentality, how to approach the fight. He can't do anything in 6 weeks. He can't change the way he fights in 6 weeks. I'm talking about his mentality. Hey, you're a man, he's a man. Go get him. Let's just see. Take a chance. Let's see how he feels after tasting your punches. We saw that 12th round when you were concussed and you wobbled Deontay Wilder. You wobbled him concussed. What do you think would happen if you purposely try to get him out of there? Thanks for the super chat. He knocked out Ortiz in the inside with an uppercut. We just got to see what Fury's game plan is. He knocked out one guy from the inside with an uppercut. When's the next Keith Thurman? I need to bring the wig out. I got to bring the wig out. ShowBizz, are you going to watch the fight live at Vegas? Because I think you should. No, I'm going to do my live stream commentary here for anyone who can't really see the fight or want to watch the fight with me. When do you think Adam Kownacki gets a title shot? Well, look at the people who got the titles. AJ and Deontay Wilder got to fight first. Usyk, IBF mandatory, right? I mean, he got to get in there. Adam Kownacki he hasn't earned a title shot now over these other guys. Dillian White, how long was he ranked? So yeah, a while, I guess. ShowBizz, maybe Andy Ruiz is waiting for the fight, and if Wilder loses, Ruiz versus Wilder can easily be made. Well, if Wilder loses, I think he gets that rematch clause. Don't forget they got the trilogy under contract. Though I agree Fury is a better boxer than Wilder, in that first, I honestly didn't see Fury outboxing Wilder like everyone claims. I saw the fight 114-111 Wilder. I think he obviously outboxed Wilder. Wilder was throwing, just too many punches. And when he's throwing that, look, Wilder kind of matched Tyson Fury in his punch output. No. He threw way more, but he kind of matched him in punches landed. With all the punches he threw and was missing, man, dude, it just wasn't looking good. It looked very sloppy. Super chat, Rican speaking. I'm having my first fight party for Wilder Fury 2. Tips on throwing a bomb fight party. Oh my God. Fart wings. Yeah. Hey, look, I suggest you get your Ring magazine. I suggest you guys have discussions and educate yourselves on who the Fury fight, whatever. You bring guys over for a fight party, and then y'all start talking some real boxing. Even people who don't know who is your favorite fighter of all time, top 10 heavyweights, anything like that. Well, Deontay Wilder, is he the hardest puncher you ever seen? What? Are you kidding me? Those conversations make for a great boxing party. Fury will KO Wilder, $120 million, gone forever. Just smack talk. Big Baby Miller versus Ruiz. That'd be nice. Wilder this time will not leave it to the judges. Well, they both trying to do that. How do you think Luis Ortiz would do against AJ? He'll do fantastic against AJ. Luis Ortiz, here's the thing. Luis Ortiz, what people tend to do, okay? You look at Luis Ortiz against Wilder. Wilder was outboxed by Luis Ortiz both times. But like I said, that's not a big deal because Wilder is not a fantastic fighter. He's not a great boxer. He's a puncher. With that said, Luis Ortiz hasn't been able to demonstrate how good of a fighter he really is. People don't really realize how good of a fighter he is. They see him lose to Wilder. How can I say this? If, I don't know, Tommy Hearns losing to Iran Barkley. If he never fought Sugar Ray Leonard, if he never fought Duran, if he never fought Pepino Cuevas, if he never fought those guys and he only fought Iran Barkley, you would say there's no way Tommy Hearns was that great of a fighter. You never saw him. You saw him against a guy he doesn't match well against. I'm curious to know. Luis Ortiz against AJ, I think he'll do fine. Luis Ortiz against Tyson Fury, I think he'll do better than people think. It's just that going up against Wilder, it makes him, and we're bad at that with fans. We don't really see things correctly. There's only one Tyson Fury. BK, what's going on with you? Needed those fights to show the greatness. I just recently rewatched the first fight for the first time, and Wilder did a lot better than what people gave him credit for, and he made more moments than just those 2 knockdowns. Facts. I often say that I can live with the draw, but I think Tyson Fury edged him out by a point. But I think he gave him a boxing lesson. But as far as points, Deontay Wilder won an early round in there. I think it was like round 2. I remember watching it live. And round 2, I said, he won that round. People didn't even, he won that round. Tyson Fury was doing a lot of gesturing, and he wasn't busy. Deontay Wilder actually won that round. So you give him that round and the 2 knockdowns, I think he won like another round, didn't it? I mean, it was really either a draw. It was closer than people thought. As far as round for round, Tyson Fury was giving him a boxing lesson. As far as points go, that fight was close. That's why I wasn't mad at the draw. Are we underestimating Fury's chances to KO Wilder? John J. Doe. Not me. You've heard me say time and time again, that's his approach. That should be his approach. I said that before they announced his approach. I said that once he announced that Sugar Hill would be his trainer. I said, there you go. That's what you do. You go for the knockout. So, if I was underestimating that approach, I wouldn't be talking about it so much. I think that's his best chance to win. The pillow. Good. Oh, I just got a message that the Deontay Wilder signature glove that I'll be giving away February 22nd has been shipped. I've been really on top of things to get that to me, and it's been shipped. Good. Where was I? Oh, pillow fisted. Why don't you take a shot from Tyson Fury? See how you feel. Deontay Wilder didn't like it much. Fury KO Otto Wallin. Couldn't KO Otto Wallin. There's a lot of people he couldn't KO. You must have just started watching Fury. There's a lot of people he couldn't KO. But maybe he had a hard time KOing Otto Wallin because he had a big cut and he didn't want it stopped. It's hard to be very aggressive to knock a guy out when every time you get touched on your eye, you know, I'm not sure if you're thinking that statement all the way through. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you so much. Wilder and Fury are great fighters, period. AJ going to duck Usyk. AJ is desperately trying to fight Usyk. What? Ugh. All right. Curtavious Thornton. My bad, man. I just jacked your name. I'm from South Florida, so I am a fan of Wilder, the boy from the South. But I say Wilder is the best fighter. Fury is the best boxer, but Ortiz is third in my books, and that's why nobody will fight him. Question mark. Thanks for the super chat. I think Usyk is the best boxer. I think Tyson Fury is the slickest. I think AJ can mess around and jump up there as far as boxing ability with this new wrinkle he has to dance on his toes and box more, shoot the jab more, move around more. I like that. If he mix in the knockout Anthony Joshua with that, he could jump up there. When you say Deontay Wilder is the best fighter, I think he's the best puncher. They told me again. My package shipped. Good. Let's see. Ortiz is a myth. He took the easier route and fought Wilder, turned down his highest pay offer. According to Ortiz, he didn't get the offer. He was mad about that. That I think his team got it, and his team was back here with Al Heyman. And Luis Ortiz was like, what? So from my understanding, Luis Ortiz didn't even know, okay? And he was upset. He was upset. AJ brutally destroys Usyk. We'll see. Where do you rank Ortiz? I got him where he should be ranked. But I think Ortiz is a better fighter than Dillian White. I do. People are high on Dillian White, not me so much. I think he's okay. But I think Luis Ortiz is actually a better boxer than him. So where I rank him, rankings are weird. If you want to talk about skill-wise, that's a different ranking. But you want to talk about what they've been doing, I got him over Dillian White. I even got him over Joseph Parker. I think he's like maybe even over Andy Ruiz. He's you know I think he's fifth maybe. I think the top five would be, in my opinion, AJ, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Usyk, and Luis Ortiz. You got Hunter over White? Maybe. Boxing can be taught. Power can't. A more effective Wilder versus a lesser effective Fury possibly equal Wilder by decision. Wow. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Power can't be taught. Boxing can be taught. Yep. If a lesser Fury against a greater Wilder, that makes knockout. I don't even know if that means decision. I think Tyson, see, here's the thing. Tyson Fury getting up in the 12th round isn't what he does. That was just a miracle. He gets knocked out like that again, he's gone. He's not making a 10 count. Okay? And here's the thing that I'm afraid of. If he catches a punch that resembles that, he may say, you know what? I got WrestleMania. I got this. I got that. Let me keep my head intact. That's the thing. You get kind of gun shy when you take a crazy shot. Oh, look at the super chat. You send us Hard Knock Nights already. I watch and appreciate all your content, brother, but not having the game, it stinks. I know, man. I need to talk with Q and everybody, the developers. I know there's a lot of things that's going on that's extremely great. I'm on a hush right now. I go through my hushes. But this wearing this shirt lets you know that it's still in the conscious and we're still working on it. Yo, Showbiz, I felt the most liberated when I started wearing my hair yours back in the day. Hold on. Showbiz, Kurt Eric Moreau. Showbiz, I felt the most liberated when I started wearing my hair like yours back in the day. I think that's what we mean, like yeah, man. Yeah, I'm totally anything structured, I'm really not caring. I'm thinking free and I'm doing me. And the more people who say get a haircut, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm growing it out. Who wins February 22nd? I think Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Biz, did you address the $14.99 super chat? I think I did. About the boxer puncher, I spoke on that. Fury fanboy, best boxer. Ortiz is third in my book. Yeah, I spoke on that. But nobody wants to fight Ortiz. Yeah, sure. Ortiz is one of those high risk, low reward guys. Love your Joseph Parker cups. Great time for boxing guys. It is. Thank you for clearing that up. Point wise, it was close. People love to talk. Very happy with the draw. Wilder winning. Can't wait for the second go round. Absolutely. 6'9", 270. Sugar Hill and Fury ain't playing. Yeah, and they're not lying. Hey, I'm 270, baby. And the last time Tyson Fury purposely gained, hey, this fire's getting hot, man. The last time Tyson Fury purposely gained weight was against Tom Schwartz. And he knocked out Meta Schwartz be with you pretty early. He had more weight behind his punches. Joseph Parker fighting in this month against unknown guy. Well, the thing is he even fighting at the end of the month? All of that happened because we didn't know what the IBF was going to do. The IBF, was it going to fight for priority over the WBO, and was AJ, would he have to vacate relinquish the IBF title? And if so, Joseph Parker was going to pass up the opportunity to take on Usyk for the vacant IBF title. Here's the thing about that. Joseph Parker, I don't think, is on the undercard leap year day. If so, that undercard is nasty. But I'm not sure if he's going to make the undercard. I hope he does. But, he's training like he will. Why is Wilder obsessed with shredder costumes to enter the ring? That's the style, man. What can I say? If Bronze Bomber goes 51-0, would he get recognition of being the GOAT? No, he has a draw. The whole thing about Floyd, number one, your record being undefeated doesn't make you a GOAT. Okay, so he wouldn't be the GOAT. He doesn't have the opponents to make him the GOAT. So it's like Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes may be the greatest heavyweight ever. He doesn't have the opponents to make him the GOAT. What was I going to say? Also, what makes Floyd Mayweather's record so fascinating is that he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a spot. He doesn't have a draw or a loss. Deontay Wilder has a draw. Django Skywalker, best name in the world. In the first fight, Wilder won multiple rounds early on because he had Fury's nose bleeding. I'm sorry. From the more effective punches, I don't know why boxing fans forget or overlook that. Nose bleeding doesn't mean, but thanks for the super chat. Nose bleeding doesn't mean you won a round. Okay. Deontay Wilder wasn't taking rounds like that. He won a round or two, but it didn't take many to win the fight. Okay, that's why I wasn't surprised that a judge gave him a fight. One of the judges gave him the fight. It didn't take, after you knock Tyson Fury down twice, all it takes is about 2 more rounds. What's that? 2-2. That's 4. That's 6. It takes 3. It takes 3 more rounds. And then there you go. And you can argue. I think he took the second round. If you think he took the 4th, SEK50. What is that? Killer 1911. Thank you for the super chat. If Wilder gets stopped, how damaging is that for his career going forward? What do you think would happen to him? I think the fans will rip him apart. Fans like to break you down, not build you up. Think about the Black Mamba, the great Kobe Bryant. He is one of the first athletes with the social media, getting, more and more, growing. He was one of the first athletes that I've seen unanimously hated until he died. So that's the thing. They like to break you up, break you down until you're nothing. And when you're nothing, they applaud you. So Deontay Wilder, if he gets knocked out, people going to jump on it like ants on a sucker. Okay, dropped on the ground. So I think they want him to get knocked out. If he gets knocked out, oh my God. If he gets knocked down, if he gets hurt, oh my God, that'll be beautiful for the public. They will want to rip him apart. And they will want to try to keep him there. Okay? The thing about Deontay Wilder is this. Deontay Wilder isn't appreciated or applauded for having attributes that the great Rocky Marciano had. Rocky Marciano started late, just like Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I'm sorry. I got to go in a minute. I'm sorry. But Rocky Marciano started late like the Bronze Bomber Wilder. He started as a grown man. And because of that, Rocky Marciano didn't have great technical skills. One hell of a puncher, hard nose, decent head movement. He knew how to employ what he possessed, just like Deontay Wilder. And it didn't make sense. He was beating fundamentally great guys like Deontay Wilder, or Deontay Wilder tied with Tyson Fury, didn't beat him, but beating Ortiz twice. Rocky Marciano beat Ezra Charles. He beat Jersey Joe Walcott. It didn't really make sense. But this common guy, this common man, Rocky Marciano, was applauded for being a champion against all odds. It didn't make sense. Deontay Wilder, this common guy fighting for his daughter, fighting wildly, okay, is not applauded for becoming a champion against all odds. That's what I applaud him for. I like the common man becoming great. But what I don't tolerate is people seeing that and thinking that means he's a great fighter, a great technical fighter. He's not. But at the same time, he is improving. And what you have to give him love for is, even after being ripped down and being overly being criticized and being called this and called that, he stayed with his nose to the grindstone in an attempt to be great. If he misses it or not, he shot for the moon. And if he missed, he's amongst those stars. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder tried to be great, keeping his nose to the grindstone and actually getting better. He could have let it all go to his head and not show the improvements that he showed in the Brazil fight. Not show the improvements that he showed against Luis Ortiz, the second fight. But that doesn't mean he's a highly skilled fighter. That just means that he's improved on what he had, and it doesn't take much for somebody that is a dynamic puncher in today's landscape of heavyweights. Slickest fighters today. Man, dude, that's a long, that, you know, Caleb Plant, Tyson Fury. There's a lot. There's really a lot. Ringadal. There's a lot of guys. I think Terrence Crawford can be slick when he wants to. Bernard Hopkins said he won't do any interviews for the year if you... He said that? You know, here's the thing. Sometimes I look at B-Hop and be like, is he racist? But B-Hop is a friend of mine. B-Hop will say some stuff that's like, you know, I would never let a white guy beat. B-Hop is just, he shoot from the hip a lot. But, yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Crawford when he wants to be. Dude, the heat from this is killing me. Hold on one second. But I want to clear this up. Bernard Hopkins is a friend of the Showbiz, the adult community. Much love to you, B-Hop, if you're watching. You're the man. You're one of the greatest fighters of all time. Definitely one of the greatest middleweights of all time. You know, but, you know, that's the thing. People always want to, after what you said about Joe Kawasaki, after, you know, Tito Trinidad, and, you know, I think he threw down a Puerto Rican flag, and, you know, so anything you say about somebody outside your race, man, you know, people are going to respond to it. Let's see, what else we got? Canelo is the slickest. I don't remember the last time he was hit clean. Canelo is nice. He's nice. Yeah, B-Hop was crazy. Yeah, that guy was crazy. Give your opinion on the current state of boxing versus any other era. I think it's getting better. And I have to give love to the lightweight division. If you want to talk about... this is one of the best I've seen, right? I mean, you got to think about the 90s, early 2000s, you know, a bit. But when you think of the welterweight division, okay, you think of Sean Porter, you think of, you know, Ugas, you think of Keith Thurman, you think of Manny Pacquiao still in there, and Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford, and Danny Garcia. For somebody to call somebody like Danny Garcia a bum, you think of those boys, okay? And you think of the super middleweight division. David Benavidez and Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders, and I hear Andre is going to go up there. Okay, all those boys up there. And you think of the middleweight division. You know, you think of the junior middleweight division that is loaded. Under as heavyweight division looking great, but then the lightweight division is fantastic. Hell, the junior welterweight division. Boxing is loaded right now, and it's across the board. It's one of the best I've seen, and really. Why do Keith Thurman like that? Here's the thing about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman hit us with something, okay? I heard an excerpt, a few excerpts from Keith Thurman. People were sending me, Keith Thurman was doing an interview on a podcast or something like that, and people were sending me excerpts after in my DMs. And I listened to a few, but then I heard something about, he said something like, who wants the WBO belt? Or He said something about the WBO belt. The reason why they're not going to take on Terrence Crawford, who wants to be the WBO champion. I forgot what he said. And I didn't like that because Keith Thurman, he called out Jeff Horn when he was coming out off his injury. Jeff Horn was a WBO champion. Keith Thurman was, back when he was literally ducking Errol Spence. People were asking him about Errol Spence. He's like, Sean Porter wanted to get that work back in. He's like, I don't know. But he said Jeff Horn can get that work, though. So there was a time when he cared about the WBO belt. I think he cares less due to who's holding it. Thurman legit cherry picks, y'all. Yeah, I mean, I think he's called out Mikey Garcia. He called out, he wants Manny Pacquiao rematch. He called out Conor McGregor, How much better does his career go if his knees stay healthy? I think he did a fantastic job already. I'm not from the U.S., but what does up off it means? I made it up. It's just a word I made up. AJ is the face of boxing globally. I haven't left the States enough to know his impact globally. I'm trying to reach 5 mil up off the single. There you go. Adam Kalnaki is average. He is a high output average fighter, making him above average. Thanks for keeping it real when talking about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. William, and the thing is, there was a lot of people who are Wilder fans thinking that I was shitting on Wilder, okay? Which I wasn't. I was just telling the truth. The thing about Wilder is an enigma. Wilder is a guy who isn't technically skilled, but has the eraser. Doesn't have a great resume, but he shouldn't. He started as a grown man. He didn't have a deep amateur background. He needed the fights to get better and better. And once he got good enough, he was thrown in there to compete. He fought Burmester Byrne for the WBC belt. He tried to fight Povetkin. Povetkin failed the drug test. He tried to fight Luis Ortiz. He failed the drug test. He had fill-in fights. See, people know box rec, but they don't know the story behind it. Like, because he couldn't fight Povetkin, he had to fight, who was it, Chris Arreola or something like that, but Deontay Wilder had like a broken arm, a torn bicep. He fought him with one arm and he beat Chris Arreola, which that was kind of a replacement, short notice. Stuff was going on where people were actually failing drug tests. Luis Ortiz failed the drug test the first time, and no one wanted Deontay Wilder to give him the second chance, and he did the second time. So there's things that kind of happened, but Deontay Wilder didn't take on Klitschko. Why? I think he would have gotten his ass. He wasn't ready for Klitschko then. So once he was ready, it was later. Why? He started late. He's not technically sound. He was not ready. You throw that guy who's not ready against guys who are ready, Deontay Wilder wouldn't be here now. I think it was the correct way to go about his career to get him ready to be what he is now. And Deontay Wilder now may be seen as a legend. Deontay Wilder's ready to take them all on now. So if he beats Tyson Fury, if he goes on and finally get AJ and beats AJ or something like that, hell, they did his career perfectly. Now, here's the thing. I did get a track from one of you show business partners for the Deontay Wilder AJ song. I already wrote my verse. I'm going to be recording it this weekend, and I can't wait to get it out. I may try to get it out by the 22nd, maybe the morning or something like that, and premiere it on this channel. I want to shoot a video for it. It was hilarious that one of you show business partners really put together a real production and said, hey, you go ahead, you can have this showbiz, have at it. So thank you very much. LDBC crack. Oh my God. Why do you guys, what's going on? Why do you guys keep everybody? Dude, this is showbiz like they did Vargas. Shake my head. Yeah, absolutely. Showbiz versus Paulie. Bro, that all these acronyms, bro. Who they in love with the Fury's trash. Here, man, listen. I'm going to say this once, okay? I'm going to say this once. Because I don't want this to show up anymore. All right? I don't want this to show up anymore. Wait, most people who have never boxed have no idea how good these guys are in elite level. Facts. I've fought top guys in Australia, and when venture overseas, it's just different breed over there at ShowBizz. Facts. ShowBizz, did you watch the State of the Union speech? No. I'm going to ask you, do you guys want me to make a comment about the LDBC? Now that I know what they are, do you want me to I would make an official comment. I would acknowledge, I would make people say no, yeah. Let's see what y'all got to say. Do it. No. If you want. Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Here's my ShowBizz the Adult opinion and official LDBC statement. Let them do what they do. If you like it, watch it. Learn from it. If you don't watch it. Why complain about it? Let them do what they do. There are other boxing channels, boxing associations, boxing people who do what they do. Everybody have their own agenda. My agenda, let me tell you what ShowBizz the Adult agenda is. ShowBizz the Adult, one is to respect fighters. It's also to destroy the idea of being undefeated, because that scares fighters into cherry picking. So I often say, hey, he took a loss. He fought though, because you can't want these guys to take fights and then shit on them when they lose. That means that they're not even going to want to take the challenges up off it. So what I'm about is first and foremost letting people know that the great ones lost. And taking on a high challenge is the point, not winning all the fights. That's one, okay? And I think in doing that, it makes boxing more popular because we have more highly contested fights. Another thing is I want people to understand that these guys that you call cowards are the warriors and the brave ones. Us sitting on the couch calling them a coward is the worst thing. I want people to stop pointing at them and point their finger at themselves. That's what this boxing channel is about. Learning and being inspired by the game. Having respect for the history and the culture. Because if you don't have culture, then you're shallow, then you're hollow. I'm trying to build culture. That's why I bring up the guys from the past, trying to have respect for history so you can know where to take anything. I would know that I've done my job in this boxing world if I make boxing number one again, because boxing is the most direct metaphor for life, taking on challenges and improving. That is what ShowBizz the Adult is. That's what I'm all about. And every other channel, they have what they are. It's fine. It's fine. I don't like the Kardashians to save my life. How often have you heard me speak on them? I don't speak on them because I don't like them. I don't go and watch them. I watch what I like. I don't consume what I don't like and then complain about it. That's my final statement. All right. I think that may have been my first statement. Showbiz, do you think Andy Ruiz training with Teddy Atlas would be a game changer for him? I'm up off it. Well, Teddy Atlas, here's the thing about Teddy. Here's the thing about Teddy. I don't even know if that's really a thing. Teddy said that Andy Ruiz came to him, but I don't think Teddy has accepted it. And I don't know how successful Teddy has been with fighters as of late. And so Teddy understands he got to have the right fighter who responds to him. I think Usyk responds to him, and I think that's why he took Usyk. Usyk a damn good fighter, and Usyk is a good guy. So I think he responded to him, but I'm not sure if Teddy Atlas got the type of approach that can change a person's way of thinking. I think he needs somebody who's already kind of there, and then Teddy Atlas, but to change a guy, I'm not sure. He just screams at you and hopes you get through. You know, maybe. I think Teddy Atlas is frustrated. I think he's frustrated with the way people are today. So I think he let some of that get to him when he's screaming, hey, you gotta dig deep. I think he's not even talking to the guy. He's just talking to people like, Jesus. So, yeah, I see what you mean, but I still think he's a great trainer. Wilder is the best heavyweight. He could be. He could be. Teddy has a big dislike for Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike Tyson as a teenager touched his daughter-in-law's butt when she was like 11 years old. Mike Tyson said in his book, Undisputed, he didn't even know why he did it. So I'm not sure if Teddy Atlas should like Mike Tyson, right? Love your videos. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Y'all, I'm trying to read, and it's just so much, dog. Teddy forever salty and jealous at Pacquiao. I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I do know. Love your videos. Thank you so much. Here's what I do know about Teddy Atlas. And I think I got to go in a minute. Got some business to take care of. Here's what I do know about Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas, he's implied many times that he thinks Pacquiao was dirty. Okay? So if you truly believe that a guy is dirty, he's not going to like that guy. I don't think that's jealousy as much as it is if you truly believe that he's dirty. There's guys who tell me all the time that one of my favorite fighters were dirty. There's guys that's like, dude, Evander Holyfield was dirty. I can understand why those guys are like, stop liking him, bro. I love Evander Holyfield. So I think that's where Teddy at. I think he genuinely feels that Manny Pacquiao was dirty. I can imagine Teddy and Andy at the corner screaming at him, come on to eat Burger Man, I need ketchup burger. Snickers cream, that's funny. You the man, Showbiz. Thank you so much. They're all on steroids. Nate Diaz voice. Yeah, yeah, Nate Diaz was, I love it. But you guys, you want to discuss records real quick? Let's discuss Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's record. Let's do that before I go. You guys ready for that conversation or what? Speak on Tevin Farmer ticking, possible brain damage. No, he always had a tick. He always had a tick. Nate Diaz is my dude. Let's see. Fury has better names. Let's just do it, man. Let's do box rec. I mean, instead of me doing, 10-minute videos and just speaking on, I don't know, how I feel about my opinion. Tyson Fury. All right, Tyson Fury, 29-0, 1 draw. So he's 29-0 with 20 KOs. That's a 67% knockout ratio. Is that good? He has a 67% knockout ratio. Is that good? Well, 30-0. I feel you, T. Yes, it is good. Anyone think that's not good? Andy Ruiz needs Big George Foreman. He can crack, yes. So it is good. That's a good ratio. No, it's not good for a heavyweight. It's not good for a heavyweight. Let's look at... Let's look at Joe Frazier. Let's look at Joe Frazier's knockout percentage. Joe Frazier has a 73%. Joe Frazier has a 73% knockout ratio. That's like substantially better than Tyson Fury. Let's look at Rocky Marciano. We're not going to look at Foreman and stuff like that. We already know. Rocky Marciano. 88% knockout ratio. Fantastic. Let's look at... We already know. No, let's look at Ken Norton. Let's look at Ken Norton. 73% is real good. Let's look at Ken Norton. 66. Okay, so Tyson Fury has Ken Norton type of power. Is that okay? Ken Norton wasn't bad. 42 wins, 33 KOs. Dallas Boxing. Shout out to you. Lennox Lewis. All right, let's check out Lennox Lewis. You guys gonna have me on here and miss my appointment, man, because this is extremely fun right now. Lennox Lewis, 73% KO ratio. That's fantastic. So Tyson Fury, KO ratio is with Ken Norton. Much love from Africa. Shout out to you. You guys gonna make me miss. Hold on real quick. I'll be right back. This conversation is so good right now. You guys got me getting my charger. Now I want to sit down for another hour, man. You want to do another hour? Let's do something like that. Because I think... oh, my lineal champion, it wasn't clear. Why wasn't it clear? I think you told me, and I was lazy. Let me read it. Let me read what you got to say. Let's do it. Yeah, let's just do it, man. I just missed the... I mean, the biggest thing was trying to get you guys that Deontay Wilder signed glove. You guys don't know what type of hoops I had to jump to get that glove, which I can't really discuss either way. Somebody said, my analysis on the linear title was not so clear because at the time Klitschko was boxing, his brother was still holding the WBC belt. Was never introduced because of his brother. Yeah, that's what I said. What do you mean? That's exactly what I said. The Klitschkos wasn't going to fight each other. They weren't going to fight each other. Vitaly was fine with his brother taking on the third rank to become lineal champion. It was impossible. They asked them to fight each other. They said, we would never do it. It's not going to happen. And Vitaly at the time, it was 2009. He retired like 4 years later. He wasn't talking about retiring either. So it was like, okay, then you fight the number 3 guy. And then it was like, fine. But I mean, either Vitaly was just going to hand the WBC title to his brother. I mean, either way, you might as well call his brother undisputed. Vitaly was, maybe he just handed to his brother. I would do that for mine. So that's what happened. They just weren't going to fight each other. I'm sorry. All right, so back to this. All right, where were we? AJ has the best record. Hold on. So let's get back to Tyson Fury. And let's do this one step at a time. Man, I like this a lot. I've never done this before. All right, so Ken Norton. All right? Yeah, KO percentages. Thank you. So Tyson Fury with the KO percentage that matches Ken Norton. Is that cool? Is that good for you? Is that good power for you? Jersey Joe Walcott's KO percentage, I can only imagine, is pretty high. He doesn't need power. Well, that's right. That's like saying AJ got the weakest chin. Hold on real quick. Let's look at Muhammad Ali. When you said he doesn't need power, it made me immediately think about Muhammad Ali. Did Muhammad Ali need power? No. How much power did he have? Muhammad Ali stopped a lot of guys. Muhammad Ali had a 60% KO ratio. So that's significantly lower than Tyson Fury's. So Tyson Fury, he has good power. Tyson Fury, he has good power. Right? All right. So let's go to the beginning. Ali has more fights. Yeah, but it's a percentage, right? ShowBizz, what does up often mean? Fury has no power. Well, then that means Ken Norton has no power. And if you say that, that's you're off. Tyson Fury and Bud Crawford have pound for pound similar power. Do they? Hold on. Let's look at Terrence Crawford's knockout percentage. I don't think so. I think Terrence Crawford substantially has more power pound for pound than Tyson Fury. Terrence Crawford can crack, but let's see. Yeah, 75% KO. No, Terrence Crawford can crack. Yeah, he's stopping guys. So let's go back to, and this is the thing. Just saying, this is why this is good, why I got excited. Just saying things, now we have something behind it, okay? Just saying things, I hate when people just throw things out. All right, so here we go. So let's look at the first couple guys, okay? Of course, the first 10 guys are going to be pretty much tomato cans. And he did knock them all out. TKO, RTD, KO, TKO. Oh, man. Yep, shit. He was knocking a lot of them out. Unanimous decision, TKO, unanimous decision. All right, so, of course, the first half, when he was Tyson Fury, and this is what I was talking about when I was part of Eastside Boxing. The first half, he was knocking everybody out. Got up to Chisora. Let me see. He KO'd Steve Cunningham, small guy. Chisora, unanimous decision. So when he stepped up against a guy like Chisora. And the thing about Chisora was, don't start me lying. But Tyson Fury, did he have to beat Chisora in order to take on Klitschko? Did he have to beat Chisora to take on Klitschko? Oh, hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, don't start me lying, man. B-level fighter, Fury enough. No, he didn't. No. So what was the significance for fighting Chisora? There was a significance there. Can't really remember. All right, so he had the Chisora fight. Kevin Johnson, that's a good win. Kevin Johnson is a good win. I got it. I'm sorry, dude. I got to give him that. At the time, Kevin Johnson was 28-2. Kevin Johnson, he's one of those guys that's like, you can drop that fight. You can drop that fight. Did he knock him out? No, unanimous decision. Kevin Johnson. Then he had Klitschko. You know, he doesn't really have too many guys, man. He fought Chisora twice. Klitschko, Wilder, I think. He fought 2 guys. He fought 2.5 guys. I'm really not. How much love do you guys give the Steve Cunningham win? Check AJ. It's gonna be like boom, 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 boom. What happened to your boxing game? It's right here, man. We still working on it. How much love do you guys give Derek Chisora and that Kevin Johnson win? Up off it. 100. I thought it was a good win. Yeah, me too. It's a decent win. The Steve Cunningham was okay. I like how he came off his back. Okay, Chisora definitely. All right, so cool. I mean, Tyson Fury. Dog, you hear that? Tyson Fury he doesn't have the best resume in the world, but he's okay. Let's go to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, 95% KO ratio. That's the highest of all time, right? Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury. Now, how much love do you guys give Gerald Washington? We just spoke on Gerald Washington versus Martin, how that's a good fight. How much love do you give the Gerald Washington win for Deontay Wilder? Let's be consistent. Is that a good win? None. No love. None. Okay, is it good for Gerald Washington versus Martin? That was a good fight. Tyson Fury sells tickets. Okay. Fairly decent. Good win. I'm making you that beat you asked for, bro. I just accepted a beat from somebody, man. My bad. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Chris Areola. You guys give him any love for that? Because everybody else stinks. I mean, I'm looking at everybody else. No, none. Do you give Adam Kalnacki love for beating Chris Areola in that fight? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, especially with one arm, right? Bronze Bomber had one arm. Chris Areola, he had that fight with Adam Kalnacki. You see a lot of people saying, yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, but a little bit. Okay, it's decent, right? I don't think it's a fantastic win. It's decent. Berman Stavern, the first fight. Him being the WBC champion. How much love do you give him? What about Spilka? Spilka, not really. None for Berman Stavern. He was the WBC champion. He beat Chris Areola. So you gave Areola a little love, but Berman Stavern none? Didn't Berman Stavern beat Chris Areola? Wait a minute, man. What's going on? Title fight. So yes, I like that. Vacancy. Yeah, but he beat him. He beat Chris Areola. We just gave Deontay Wilder love for beating Chris Areola. Stavern beat him too. So no love for Deontay Wilder for beating the WBC champ Stavern. Stavern went 12 rounds with him. When you look at that 95 percentage, only Stavern and Tyson Fury went 12. I'm just asking. I want consistency. Knocked out Areola at that too. Yeah, with one arm. I mean, guess you're right. Not fantastic wins, but okay, right? I think him beating Stavern, it was his coming of age type of thing. It's like, oh man, that's a pretty good win. He took on the WBC champion, beat him. Okay, especially a guy who's technically unsound. It's not like Deontay Wilder is an amazingly technical fighter who's fighting guys but way beneath him. He's actually just a puncher who technically is very unsound. So beating Burmester Vern in a decision is pretty good. It's pretty good. Not amazing, pretty good. Chris Arreola, okay. If you look at the torn bicep, Chris Arreola had that fight with Adam Kaunaki years later. Him fighting Burmester Vern beating him. Gerald Washington is okay. He's okay. Tyson Fury, that's amazing. Tyson Fury, ranked number one fighter. That's amazing. Okay, you can't get better than that. Luis Ortiz, great. So when you kind of look at it, Tyson Fury's resume and Deontay Wilder's resume are even. It's even. It's even. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they have each other. And Tyson Fury has Klitschko, and Deontay Wilder have Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury has Derek Chisora. Deontay Wilder has Burmester Vern. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can't call Burmester Vern a bum when he was a WBC champion. Yeah, they're the same. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, that is the same. It's not really great resumes at all. It's the same. No. Ortiz is no Klitschko. He is no Klitschko. But I'm just saying, his second best win, or maybe his best win is probably, his best fight is probably Klitschko, Tyson Fury. Beating Klitschko is number one. A draw with Deontay Wilder. And then you have Deontay Wilder, 2 fights against Ortiz and Tyson Fury. It's kind of the same. Klitschko was at the end of his rope, twilight of his career. It's not like it was a prime Klitschko. It's kind of the same, right? Klitschko's last 2 fights he lost. Klitschko didn't look great against Tyson Fury. He was at the end of his rope. It's kind of the same. Yeah, it's kind of the same. Let's look at AJ. If you look at Trevor Berbick's win over Muhammad Ali, okay? Yeah, that's Muhammad Ali, but it wasn't, right? So, hold on. Let's look at Anthony Joshua. Not saying that Klitschko had Parkinson's when he fought Tyson Fury. I'm just saying it wasn't a perfect, wasn't a prime Klitschko, so you got to add that into the equation a little bit. Let's look at Anthony Joshua. Now, this is what I want to... Anthony Joshua, 87% KO rating. Now, that matches Rocky Marciano, so that's good. 23-1. He was KO'd in his one. He only had 24 fights. Only 24 fights. Now, I just gave Tyson Fury some love for fighting Kevin Johnson. Anthony Joshua, he fought Kevin Johnson. I just gave Deontay Wilder some love for fighting Burmester Vern because he had the belt. Let's look at all the guys that had a belt when Anthony Joshua fought them. You have, look at his fights. Dillian White, Charles Martin, Dominic Breazeale. You don't want to give him any love because Deontay Wilder beat Dominic Breazeale too. If no one wants to give Deontay Wilder love for Dominic Breazeale, we're not going to give Anthony Joshua love for Dominic Breazeale. He fought Klitschko. Klitschko, that was a fantastic fight. And Takam, Joseph Parker, Povetkin, Andy Ruiz. Really, bro, it's not really a question. It's not a question. Dillian White, Charles Martin. Oh, do you give Charles Martin love? Do you give Charles Martin love? How's the kidney? It's doing great. Do you give Charles Martin love? We just said Martin versus Gerald Washington is a good fight. See? No. Because if you say no, see, hold on. You can't give You can't say Charles Martin and Gerald Washington is a good fight and then say Deontay Wilder beating Gerald Washington is nothing, but AJ beating Charles Martin is something. You can't do that. You can't do. See, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. We got to stay, no, because that's favoritism. You can't be biased. Not consistent. See that? That's all. That if we're going to give, because I was almost guilty for that. I'm like, man, him beating Charles Martin, that's a good victory. Wait a second. Deontay Wilder beat Gerald Washington. I'm looking forward to Martin versus Gerald Washington. Oops. If you give no credit to AJ for Charles Martin, then his resume starts plummeting. Because other than that, what, you going to give him love for Carlos Takam? See, now we're messing up. Either we give these guys credit or we don't. He beat many strong people. Did you watch the fight? The fight was terrible. Okay, none for Takam. So now we're here. Now we're here. Joseph Parker, I give him love because AJ couldn't match Joseph Parker's speed, just like he couldn't match Andy Ruiz's, right? His hand speed. He adjusted. So this is what we're going to give him love for. Andy Ruiz. You got to. Andy Ruiz knocked him out. And then he came back and beat him. Andy Ruiz. Joseph Parker beat Andy Ruiz. I think that was for the IBF title too. So, Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz. Povetkin. Can we give him love for Povetkin? Because don't forget, Povetkin and Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight in Moscow. Povetkin, he failed the drug test. That would have been a good fight for Deontay Wilder. Povetkin versus AJ. Yeah, you give him love for that. Andy Ruiz, Povetkin, Joseph Parker, Klitschko, Dillian White. Yup. So, Kevin Johnson? Yes or no? No Kevin Johnson? No. Okay. So let's start at White. So from 2015, Showbiz the Kid, what's up? From 2015, he started taking on high-level opponents. From 2015. All right? No, I'm saying Ruiz because I think he should have gotten the nod against Joseph Parker. That fight against Joseph Parker, so he turned up at 2015. Charles Martin was ducked by Wilder, and it doesn't is Charles Martin a great fighter or not? 2015, he started turning up. And in 2015, I wish they had counted the fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. His 15th fight. AJ's 15th fight. He fought Dillian White. That's it. His 15th fight, he fought Dillian. He stepped up his 15th fight, bro. I mean, that's it. AJ, that's it. That's all I need to know. What year did Deontay Wilder step up? What was Deontay Wilder doing in 2015? Hold on one second. I know this is all dragged out, but Deontay Wilder. Eric Molina. Mr. Byrne, he got the WBC title 2015. He shivered. Hold on. He got the title in 2015. But how many fights in was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is there a better way to do this? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. That was his 33rd fight in. Yeah, that was his 33rd fight in. That can only mean that he was so technically unsound. He was so far behind. AJ was a more technically sound, better put together fighter way before Deontay Wilder. He was a better fighter by fight 15. He took on Dillian Whyte. Deontay Wilder stepped up in competition, his 33rd fight. Deontay Wilder wasn't ready. Wasn't good enough. That's why I said, they both were in the Olympics, right? That's why I said that Deontay Wilder, he wasn't good enough, man. He wasn't good enough. It was an extended amateur background, right? That's interesting, isn't it? He wasn't good enough. Was no name and got the bronze in the Olympics. Yeah, because of the landscape. There were no good opposition out there. Wilder's resume is not great, but you have to understand some stuff happened on the way, like guys fell in drugs. Yeah, we spoke about that, gaming world. We spoke about that. Wilder still isn't skilled, but that power, though. Agreed. So, and this is just facts. It's not hating on somebody. It's not. AJ has the best resume. By fight 15, look at what he was doing. So, he seems to even be more experienced. He's more experienced. He has trumped Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. That's what this proved. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are kind of the same, okay? Deontay Wilder was further behind both of those guys when it came to development, which is why it took Deontay Wilder longer. Now that he's here, though, he's a problem. So that's what it is. That's what it is. The beginning, it was a slower start for Deontay. He had a lot to learn. He was fighting like this. It wasn't working. It took him longer before his team said, you're ready. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's the only thing I can think. What do you think? Who does better against Usyk, Wilder or Joshua? I mean, I think Usyk will be kicking Wilder's ass until Wilder lands something, if he does. But Usyk, he fights with his head up. He uses his feet like Holyfield. And because of that, Wilder mess around and catch him. He doesn't duck Wilder has a problem punching down. That's why Tyson Fury can get out the way. But Usyk fights straight up and he moves side to side. I think Wilder would catch him. I think he'll catch him. I think AJ and Usyk is a fantastic fight that I can't call. So maybe Deontay Wilder does better against Usyk only because I think he touches Usyk and knocks him out. But Usyk will be beating his ass, okay, until then. I really agree. Derek Chisora has a good chance against Wilder, I think. I don't think, well, that means you think Big Baby Miller has a good chance against Wilder. I don't think so. I think Wilder knocks out Chisora. Chisora, he doesn't do well against, grade A fighter. Grade A fighters, I think. Dubois versus White. Whew, it's a good fight. Yeah, Usyk may beat them all. He may beat them all. I mean, I think he's the best fighter, but, time will tell as far as what he does in the heavyweight division. ShowBizz Cup. No, I think Wilder is a bad style for Chisora. Chisora isn't going to move out the way. I think Wilder is going to, I've seen guys go up to Wilder like that. I think Wilder throws a fast right hand and just, cannon that guy. I think he knocks his head off his shoulders. I think he comes in, trying to be a bully, and Wilder with his athleticism and his skinny legs and his feet, I think with his wide stance, he take a step back and bam! And I think he take a step back fast and comes in with a right hand. And don't forget how athletic he is. And he knocks Chisora head off his shoulders. I think Usyk does better with him until he gets touched. I really do. I need that cup. I got you, man. LeBron versus Wilder. I think it's a Brazil repeat. I think it's a Brazil repeat. Usyk is trash. He was touched up by Witherspoon. In a fight, you get touched. He got touched. You want him not to get touched? What are you doing? What are you thinking? He whooped Witherspoon's ass. It wasn't even a fight. The guy came off the couch and he was just getting whooped. Yeah, he touched him. You get touched. It's a fight. Dude, I don't know what sport people think boxing is. Man, people hating on Usyk so bad. I don't get it. I don't get it either. You worried about the wrong letter game. Antonio Brown versus Logan. Yeah, I heard about that. Stop watching the cruiserweight Usyk. Stop telling people what to do. Usyk is good, but he can't take on Wilder. People just want to disagree. Yeah, I don't know. I like the way we broke down those three guys. I like the way we looked at them and did it like, where was that? Like, just kept it a buck without fanboying or being biased. I looked at the comments and people were like, oh, yeah, I feel that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's take that win away. Let's stay consistent. I like that. I think Usyk, I think Tyson Fury, if I were to put my money on it, I got Tyson Fury beating AJ, and I got Tyson Fury and Usyk Usyk is a fast little guy that may give Tyson Fury some issues. I think Tyson Fury is too strange for AJ. AJ is very textbook, and Tyson Fury very slick. And AJ, though he has power, he doesn't have Deontay Wilder power. He got power of a hard punching fighter, but he doesn't have killer. I've never seen that power before power. So I think Tyson Fury messed around and beat AJ. I've been thinking that quietly for a while. I do. Shout out for much love to you, Watchman. Who has the best chance of beating Wilder? AJ. Because it's offense versus offense. AJ can mess with AJ. We saw his knockout percentage, right? His knockout percentage was at 87%, 88%. AJ had knocked out Deontay Wilder. He ain't Tyson Fury. AJ had knocked Deontay Wilder out. So I think it's offense against offense. Whoever lands on each other flush first wins. Because, the thing is, Deontay Wilder, if he gets up, Deontay Wilder is a gangster in the heart. He's a thug, man. Like, he's an animal. I think Wilder gets up and that beast come out, but that still doesn't mean he can beast his way to victory. Because I think AJ gets up too. Unless it's a sleeper. It could be a sleeper shot from, yeah. Let me take that back. But I think it's who lands on the other one. You know what I mean by thug? Like thug life. Like what Pac was talking about. Just, all caution to the wind. An animal. All steam ahead. That thug life. That life of just like, look, you're going to have to hit me with a bat. I think Deontay Wilder has that approach. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Who avoided who? You can argue that they avoided each other at two separate times, but I think the avoidance would go more so on Wilder's behalf than AJ. I think Wilder was the bigger ducker than AJ, I think. ShowBizz, how can you say Wilder is the hardest puncher of all time when he has only knocked out one top 10 opponent? Vladimir was a harder puncher than him. The killer 9/11, how many people have you knocked out? I just want to know real quick before I answer the question. How many people have you knocked out? Real quick, man. Bucks, no, this ain't even, I just want to know, how many people have you knocked out? Yeah. Because knocking a man out isn't easy to do, bro. That's not an easy thing. Especially a professional fighter trying to knock you out. All right? Knocking a man out and doing it all day long, if you knocked out some people yourself, you'll get it. You'll get why we say that he's the a guy who the hardest puncher of all time. You'll get it if you've knocked out some guys. Knock out a few guys, bro. Then come back in the stream. Yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard with gloves to count on landing one shot on anybody and knocking them out, especially from here. Boom. Boom. Do you know how much power that takes? Come at me later, bro. Like, come back in the stream later on. I've KO'd one person. I've KO'd a few guys. But what I'm saying is, I had to hit like with all my might, and he was already on the ground. I was like, boom, boom, and I knocked him out. For a guy to be trying to knock me out, and I do this and knock him out, and to do that as your career, like you make a career out of knocking out professional heavyweights. A career out of it, like George Foreman and Ernie Shavers and Sonny Liston. That's different. Mike Tyson, that's scary power. That's different. Can't see Usyk losing due to personality. I don't know why. I know why. He's great, bro. He's great. Yeah, especially if someone is 30, 40 pounds heavier than you. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? You have Tyson Fury coming in 6'9", 270 pounds. So he's going to be 50 pounds heavier than Wilder and taller by 2 inches. And Wilder is the favorite at just, man, bro, that's something. Showbiz the coffee. AJ versus Fury. It's going to be like Ali versus Foreman. I don't see that at all. I don't see that at all. I don't see that comparison at all. Let's see. Tyson Fury packs on muscle for Deontay Wilder's rematch. You see his legs? Whew. His legs it looked like a rooster. Rumble in the Jungle 2 if Wilder wins. Fury at the Wembley if Fury wins. The B riots if there'll be riots in England if AJ versus Fowler doesn't happen in England. Showbiz. Stop, Chris, man. You watching Kell Brooks Saturday night? Hey, man, I'm going to be watching the John Jones versus Reyes fight, and I'm going to go live for that. So be here Saturday night for that. I would definitely want to know what's going on with my boy Kell Brook. Show business partner. Kell Brook has a second leash on life with boxing, so I'm expecting him to do a fantastic job come Saturday and come with this comeback. Let's see. Super chat. Hey, said Wilder hits harder than Klitschko with 18-ounce glove. Everybody who said that they've been hit, was it Eric Molina? I think it was Eric Molina. He said Deontay Wilder, the punch didn't feel like it came from a human. It's something to watch it on TV. It's another thing. Listen to the testimony. Listen to Tyson Fury. He said, man, that guy has power all 12 rounds. Tyson Fury said he can knock you out at any time. Tyson Fury, he is not capping about Deontay Wilder. He just sits back and be like, yo, when they bring up his power, he's like, yep. Ruiz versus Ortiz. You get the most honest opinion after the fights. Yeah, because it's fresh. Fight night champion, Wilder. I read Fury book, okay, from the fighter ShowBizz. Oh, you get it from the fighters. You're right. ShowBizz, could you shed some light on Usyk's chin holding up against top heavyweights, please? Yeah, I can. Like I said, I think your chin is, your heart has a lot to do with your chin. You've seen people say, like, come on, like, they could get intense. If you've ever gotten to a fight, a lot of times you don't feel your bump. You didn't even know you got hit here until after the fight. You're like, your adrenaline, where you're at mentally. You're in a zone. When you're in the zone, it's hard to knock you out. So I think Usyk can get in that zone. I think he has a champion's heart. That's why it's hard to knock out champions. With that said, I think Usyk also has the type of ability to take mustard off your shots. If you notice, a lot of times a guy can get hit and it looked like a punch turned his head around. All he did was turn his head from the punch, and it took some off of it, and it looked worse than what it was. I think Usyk got that type of ability. I think he'll do just fine in the heavyweight division. Don't forget, Usyk started off in his amateurs in the heavyweight division, right? Usyk's been a heavyweight, so he'll be fine. He's felt those punches, and there's not that much difference in sparring when you're a cruiserweight. Because when you're sparring as a cruiserweight, they're bringing in heavyweights to spar with you. He's been taking those punches, believe you me. ShowBizz, nice deflection, bro. You avoided answering my question by attacking me. Don't assume someone haven't boxed before because they don't make ridiculous statements about Wilder having the best punch. The Killer, 1911. I don't think I assumed you didn't box before. I said, how many people have you knocked out? I didn't assume. I don't even know where that statement came from. I didn't even give an answer about you not fighting or boxing before. How many? You could be a professional boxer, and I'll still ask you, how many people have you knocked out? And I wasn't even talking about boxing. I'm talking about a street fight. How many people have you knocked out? If you've knocked out some guys, then you know how difficult it is. And in knowing how difficult it is, you wouldn't make the statement that you made. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Love your Alabama, great. Love from Alabama, great platform. Thank you so much. Usyk versus Lights Out Tony. Whew. You know, maybe Lights Out. Maybe Lights Out, man. Can you talk about the Ring Magazine belt on the line? Is that a marriage between the lineal belt and a Ring Magazine belt or what have you? I have love for the lineal title. I think the lineal title is the best between that and undisputed. I think that demonstrates who's the best in the world. I do. True Benjamin, how you think Wilder chopping left hand does this fight? Well, that's another thing. I think Wilder is working on other punches. That left hook, he's been working on that left hook for a long time. It's just he doesn't know how to throw it accurately. But that left hook comes right after that right hand. When he hits you, the left hook comes right out. That left hook, he doesn't throw it to the body. He doesn't have any body work. He doesn't have all those things. He don't know how to set you up. The guy, his technique stinks. But that left hook is coming. And I think he shouldn't throw a lead left hook. I don't think he's that good with it yet. But throw combinations, yeah, I think it's coming. And I think that chopping left hook is going to do him a world of good. Don't forget, it was the left hook that put Tyson flat down. I think it may have been the left hook that knocked him out. The right hand started it. That left hook at the end, that was the punch. So that left hook got power. He's a power puncher with both hands. It's just he can land that right hand devastatingly. But he has power. If Wilder throws the right hand like Federa, Fury wins all night. He throws the left hook too wide. He needs to shorten. Yeah, they got to work on it. He was throwing everything too wide until Brazil, right? He was throwing everything too wide until Brazil. And from then, that's why I'm like, uh-oh, the guy has improved. When I say he has improved, then I saw it again against Luis Ortiz. He turned the wrist, boom. I'm like, uh-oh. And he's going to do it again against Tyson Fury. Bam. Dude, Deontay Wilder can mess around and he could go undefeated. Because if his power was scary like this, yeah, he's improved. To say he hasn't improved is just, it's obvious he improved. It doesn't mean he's a great fighter. He just improved. I mean, a great technical, skillful fighter, but he improved. He's improved from this. Come on, y'all. Showbiz, tell me if you think Usyk has punch power to KO big men in the heavyweight division, please. Anonymous, I do. All you need to do is look at Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield, legs like a middleweight, waist like a light heavyweight. You know, everybody said he didn't have the power. He was too small. But he went on to knock out Buster Douglas. He had my man with a concussion. I forgot his name. He stopped Burt Cooper. He was knocking guys. He stopped Michael Dokes. The punching power transitioned over, okay? He wasn't the hardest hitter. He wasn't Lennox Lewis. He wasn't Mike Tyson, but he was knocking guys out. He rocked George Foreman because of the combination he threw and the accuracy on it and the speed on it. Rocked Big George, had him wobbling all over the ring. Not when he threw a bunch of combinations. Look at that fight again. He hit George Foreman. He wobbled, and George Foreman leaned on the ropes. Wobbled him bad. So Usyk got that type of power. If he hits you, boom, 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 he hits you crisp, bam, boom, right on the money with accuracy and speed. He'll hurt any heavyweight. The head only weighs so much anyway. He'll hurt you. Definitely. Super chat. Ray Hernandez. Should Wilder adjust to the body to slow Fury down? No. Don't try to box Wilder. Don't try to box Fury. Don't try to box him. Forget it. It's not, you ain't got it. Forget about it. All that other, forget. Just learn how to put the head where you want it to be. So you can land the right hand, left hook combination. Forget about trying to box Tyson Fury, start working the body, slow him down. He's 270. Tyson Fury ain't even build himself. He didn't even build himself to get slowed down. He built himself to be flat-footed, all right? So he's going to be there. No need to do that. Just work on landing that right hand and landing it more than once. So if he gets up, you can land it again. Let's put it all in perspective. If Deontay Wilder was the guy he is now against Tyson Fury the first fight, do you guys think Tyson Fury would have survived after that knockdown in the 12th? Think about it. After he knocked down Tyson Fury in the 12th, he wouldn't have survived, wouldn't he? Deontay Wilder would have been patient and threw the right hand down the middle. But Deontay Wilder did the Deontay Wilder that is why everybody gets on him. He did this, and Tyson Fury survived and rocked him. But if Deontay Wilder was the more mature Deontay Wilder, after he got up, he would have went over there, did this, bam, and would have finished him. So you got to think about that when going into this next fight. Yeah, he was desperate for the knockout. He said himself right after that, I was too desperate. He said I was rushing the knockout. And he learned against Brazil, shoot the jab, bam. He learned against Luis Ortiz, put it where you put his head where you want to go, bam. So if he knocks down Tyson Fury and gets him wobbled like that again, boom. That's what's going to happen. Showbiz the Don. Fury will probably win. Experience is key in this fight. Experience. I think we just went through the resumes. You probably weren't here for it. Their resumes are even. The experience goes to AJ. If you look at AJ got the experience. If you look at the resumes, though AJ is young, the youngest, he has the experience over both of those boys. In your opinion, which current heavyweight will put up more of a fight for Prime Tyson. No, do I have to pick one? Do I have to pick one? Usyk? Usyk? I mean, I put up a fight. Come on, man. I can't answer. Nobody. Do you agree Wilder is cheating to win by street fighting a boxing? Yeah, maybe Usyk, Mac. I mean, Wilder beats Tyson. All right, that sent me. I'm about to go, man. I think everybody's getting tired. Thanks for coming by, and being my neighbor. Oh, and I did get the finally, after jumping through the hoops I had to jump through, the Deontay Wilder signed boxing glove is on its way. And I'll be giving that out to a lucky subscriber. That's going to be a giveaway. I'll be announcing it on the 23rd, giving it out on February 22nd, the night of the fight. I'll be displaying the boxing glove leading up to the fight, showing you guys the boxing gloves, the signature, everything being authentic. Thank you guys for coming out. Showbiz the Don. Everybody for the super chats and everything. Having a strong discussion. All you guys. That was great. I'm out. Oh, yeah. Live stream this weekend. John Jones versus Reyes. We doing UFC. I'm out.